Give us siguro, can you give us a short recap of what you do for the community?
I am the president of Pag-asa ng Pamilya Scholarship Foundation. We also have our own Uy Families Foundation, the Gregorio P. Uy Lipeng Scholarship Foundation. And I also had the scholarship, the Pagharap ng Pangarap Scholarship Foundation of Chinese Filipino Business Club, Inc. So basically, I deal a lot with scholars, with students. It's so nice. It's a beautiful experience to empower them.
Amen. You know, before I continue, you know, this is going to be a very interesting talk today, yung discussion na to. Why? Kasi, di ba, I asked you earlier who wanted to be business people, no? Yung gusto magnegosyo, sino dito ang gusto maging successful. And today, ang pag-uusapan natin, giving. Di ba? And how giving will make you successful, no? So these are from people who walk the talk. Talk the walk. Ano ba? Ang tamang, di ba? Hindi lang nila sinasabi, ginagawa. So I'll direct this question muna siguro. Sige, kay Sammy. Sir Sammy first before going to Mike. So how did you start doing these things for the community? Kasi I assume you started before
Yes. I grew up in Kawayan, Isabela, where the locals are known to be kuripot. So when my friends label me as kuripot, I would say, no sir, we are not kuripot. We Ilocanos are masinup. May mga Ilocano ba rito? Oy, that's very good. Oh, see? That's why I thank my parents for showing me through their lifestyle, their simple lifestyle, the value of giving and serving people. At a young age, I would say that the seeds of sharing was already planted in my heart. So when I was back in college, I was only given a small amount of allowance for my food and transport. But in spite of the small budget, I was able to save money by bringing my baon. You know, Ilocano eh. And sometimes walking home instead of taking the jeepney. With my savings, I was able to buy books for my less fortunate classmates. So fast forward, while working and then later on doing business, I found it in my heart to support poor but striving students. And I would say really, God cannot be outdone in terms of generosity.
Amen.
Because the more I give, the more He blessed me. He blessed me so much. That's why our Ford Tractor company continues to grow. As it grows, we share more. In 2010, my brothers and I decided to form our own Uy Families Foundation. So we named it Gregorio P. Uy Lipeng Scholarship Foundation in memory of our parents. So far, we started with 24. Now we have more than 100 scholars in Tuguegarao and Isabela. Every year, we have graduates. For this year, we have 28 graduates. And among them are 10 cum laude and 1 magna cum laude.
Wow.
I also share my time, talent, and treasure with, as I mentioned, Pag-asa ng Pamilya of Brother Bo and Pagharap ng Pangarap of CFPCI. But really, I would say I'm so blessed. That's why you could only be blessing. We could share our blessings with other people. Totoo nga, agpaiso niya, Proverbs 11:25, the generous will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. wow, na-deliver ko iyan.
Wow! Parang na-pressure ako bigla.
I was told kanina, you have to quote the verses. Sabi ko, uy, ang hirap yan ah.
Ganda, nagsalita na si
Yan na.
Father Sam.
Thank you very much, Father Sam. But I have another question, sandali. Sa inyo pa rin mag-ama. Kasi I notice here that you already involved your son, no? Your son is with you in all of this work in the community. So, how did it affect your family dynamic? Yung work niyo together. Can I ask this kay Mike?
Alright, so pakilala muna ako for everyone. So hello, my name is Michael Uy. You guys call me Mick, like Mickey Mouse.
Mick pala, I'm sorry.
Mick, yeah, that's my nickname. Bigay ni Mommy sa akin. My mom's here, by the way. Hi, Mommy. Hello, say hello to my mom. So I'll tell you guys what I do first, for context. So I'm the Vice President of Ford Raptor Philippines. My boss is my dad. I'm also the Director of S&M Uy Property Investments. My boss is my mom. Apart from that, syempre tayo, Gen X Millennial, we have to do something for ourselves. So I'm also the co-owner of Surfers Hostel and Campervan PH in Siargao. I'm the co-owner of Linear Coffee Roasters in Cebu. I'm also a part of One Life and Electric Garden. And this year, I'm the Secretary General of GCI Manila, which is my volunteer organization. So tayo, syempre, we like to keep ourselves busy eh. Na, ewan ko, for something na yung generation na natutuwa kami if we have a lot of things to put in our CV, di ba? One or two things is not enough for some reason. So now, back to the question, which is how it affects our dynamic. I would say that growing up, you see your dad, every year, they donate supplies to Hospicio de San Jose at a very young age. Pupunta kami doon, magbibigay kami ng mga gatas, sa mga diaper. And it already plants the seeds of goodness and of giving in your mind. As a child, watching your parents, syempre, idol mo yung tatay mo, idol mo yung nanay mo. Lahat ng ginagawa nila para sa'yo, nakakatuwa eh. And that's why I think our family, our generation, my brother and I, we found ourselves also in a similar situation. Now that we're adults, we joined our own volunteer organizations. Apart from, syempre, yung mga sinabi na ni Daddy, di ba, which is already a long list of NGOs and social civic organizations. Kami ng brother ko, we also do our own thing. So tumutulong kami doon sa mga advocacies ni Daddy. But we also, you know, you have to find a way to make something your own. So like ako naman, I'm part of GSTI. May I just share?
Yes, please.
My organization, we are focused on community development naman. So itong organizational ko, it's with a similar group of people like myself, young individuals who want to create development for the community. So we do projects like we work with persons with disabilities, we work with communities who have insufficient healthcare systems, we work with children who, ano ba pinakita sa likod, parang
Ayan.
mga alaga natin. So we work with public school children. And we, in fact, one of our biggest projects, so we do about 200 projects a year for about 1 million people, more or less. Sorry, no, not 1 million, 10 million people, more or less. Thank you for the applause. This is not my work, but I'm a volunteer. So this work is not, I don't claim to own this work, pero I guess why I'm talking about this is I want to share that there are avenues like this for people like us na wala, you know, we want to help out. Maybe we can't do things on our own. We can join mga works under LOJ. We can join other groups that do volunteer work. So yeah, one of our advocacies is education. In fact, our group, if I may share, we transformed mountain of garbage in Smoky Mountain, turned it into a baseball field. So ito, gawa to ng mga, I wouldn't say bata like myself, pero I guess young adults. We transformed a mountain of garbage in Smoky Mountain into a baseball field. Nakalain yun. So hindi namin pera yun. So lumapit tayo sa mga sponsors, lumapit tayo sa Caltex, lumapit tayo sa mga other big corporations to help us with this. And then ang nangyari is, yung mga bata, kasi sa Smoky Mountain, ang options nila is either mag-aral, mag-trabaho, or mag-drugs and crime. Yan ang at 50 to 100 pesos a day per household. Medyo yan ang options ng mga bata doon eh. So tayo, what we're trying to do there is, okay guys, gusto nyo mag-baseball? O may baseball field tayo dito. Gusto nyo mag-baseball? Sige, anong kailangan nyo gawin? Pasok lang kayo sa school. Make sure makapasa kayo. Pwede kayo mag-baseball dito. What's the catch? Ito mga nakakapag-baseball ngayon sa Field of Dreams. Nakakuha sila na lumalaban sila sa palarong pambansa. Nasa scout sila ng mga college.
So nagbabago yung buhay nila.
From 1 out of 10 kids who get to enter college in Smoky Mountain, we were able to make a difference. We were able to send hundreds of kids to universities on academic scholarships.
It's amazing.
Thank you. Yun lang po for now.
Wow. May I react lang, no? So, apparently, you started doing all of this because of the example of your dad. So, siguro message lang yan sa ating lahat, no? Are there parents here? Diba? We don't know it, pero yung ginagawa pala natin, may effect pala sa mga anak natin. So, before I ask the next question sa ating next guest, next speaker, I want to ask lang, how has doing all of this brought joy to your family, yung family ninyo overall?
I would say our family became more harmonious. And many times we share the same joy of serving. We share our experiences. It's like we're nourishing each other, that we have a common goal. And really, I would like the next generation. That's why Michael is here now. I'm about to pass the torch. Maybe in a few years' time, he will lead our scholarship foundation. Ganda ng pagka-plug, no? I'm so happy about that because the other parents, they found it so hard to pull their children in to join them. That's why I'm happy.
Yes.
I give myself a tap on the shoulder for that.
And has it also affected your business? Nakatulong ba sa business mo yung lahat ng ginagawa mo for the community?
Yes, I think the more we share, more blessings are coming. Sometimes you don't know how it happened. Like in Isabela, I was just putting up that scholarship foundation. We have so many scholars, more than 100. Somehow, it's like divine guidance. You set up a branch here. Now it's doing well. So, one thing sure is when we are doing God works, He showers us with more blessings because He would like us to be channel of His blessings to His children.
Amen. Can you give them a big hand?
Treasure also. Kwento rin ni Daddy Ivan, nagtanong ako kasi, kaya ako na, the reason why I joined, kasi nung una, akala ko may sweldo ko kay Daddy. Wala pala. But apart from what you mentioned, bro, I would just like to point out, para doon sa mga, for the people here who are curious, who want to give back in your own way, in your own community, in your own org. Ako personally, naging hit niya for me. Bakit? Bakit ba natin siya ginagawa? I particularly remember that one moment when I was doing this community work. And it's from the book The Alchemist, and it talks about the soul of the world, about how everyone is connected to the soul of the world as human beings. If we're all tapped into that source, then there will be no conflict. So ako at that moment, na-realize ko, oh wow, we did 30 projects this year for the community. We had so many beneficiaries. We had 1 million beneficiaries that year from the community, and I was so happy. And I felt so connected as a human being, no, na parang, wow, I never thought I would be able to have friends in Smoky Mountain. Pumunta ako doon, oh, Kuya Michael, pasok ko sa bahay ko. I never thought na mangyayari yun. Maglalakad ako doon, people know my name. And I just felt like a human being. And ako for me, that's the biggest benefit. And for the people here na are thinking, para lang yan sa mga tao with this kind of resources, it's for a particular kind of group lang. I would say no. I would say everyone has their own capacity. Just work with your own capacity. And let me, Atty. if you will allow me. In terms of yung balik, kasi you were asking kanina eh.
Yes, ano yung bumabalik sa'yo?
Siyempre tayo minsan, we cannot help but think of the benefits eh. Okay, kung bibigay ako, ako nga, kulang nga yung time ko para sa sarili ko eh. I have all these businesses, I have all these companies. why would I even bother spending my time? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? So I give you guys an example. Dalawa. For volunteering. So the org, you always have to be with the right people. When you give back, you always make sure you're with the right group. Bakit? I mentioned I'm part of a group. Yung mga tao sa group na yun, they're always like-minded people, businessmen, professionals, na gustong tumulong. So I found myself, actually, half of the businesses that I mentioned kanina are with those guys in the volunteer org. Just like here, for example, I think if you volunteer in LOG, you get acquainted with the community, they become your friends, sometimes they become your colleagues, they become your business partners.
Yeah.
It's community, you're gaining a community by giving back. That's number one. That's the first thing I wanted to share. Then number two, sa business naman. I mean, we're all, ano naman here, di ba? We're all, syempre, we're all driven individuals. Of course, we know what makes the world go round. Sa amin, sa business namin, we found a way to incorporate it. Paano? So, syempre, our company is responsible for a certain amount of scholars, meaning a part of our proceeds, annually, go to the different scholarship foundations, yung mga pinaparal pa ng mga bata. And, syempre, as part of our CSR program sa company, we get to make that claim na if you buy our product, diba, if you buy it from Ford Tractor Philippines, you are helping send these kids to school. You are helping build these people's future. You're not just buying a product that you got from a store. You're actually able to help out the community, the less fortunate, in your own way. So sa akin, that's just two benefits that I can think of right now, and with the limited time, of course, that's what I would like to share. Hopefully, the audience have found some of it relatable and you're able to apply it to your own lives.
Amen. Thank you, Vic. Thank you. Ngayon naman, so we talked about giving back to the community. Pero, alam mo minsan, one of the things na nakakalimutan natin as business owners,